In today's video, we're going to have a look at the V66 Lookout rifle. It can be acquired from the new caloric deluxe kits, and what I like a lot about it for a medium range gun is that it has a really high fire rate and really good precision. In this clip you can see me trying to land some shots with one of the Arachne railguns, and I sort of realized that this is probably not going to win us the fight, so I swap it out for the Lookout mid-fight. And even without an additional optic, just with the sort of default sight that comes on it, it's very easy to land some precision shots. Here I get jump scared by the sentinel mine, but luckily we won the fight and everybody's actually down on the enemy team. General PvP tip at this point: if you spot enemy runners, ping them and wait for your team to be in position to open fire. This makes engagements much easier and makes it harder for the enemy to slip away unscathed. I repositioned for the second part of this fight, sort of scanning the roof where we got a shot from earlier, and then we get another ping from our teammate, and we hold a little bit before we open fire. I later realized that this was a streamer, and I could actually get the footage what it looked like from their point of view from the stream. Most of the damage was done by my teammate, but you can sort of see my shots coming in through the bushes to finish them off. My main annoyance with other Volt weapons in Marathon is that their bullet velocity is really low, so it takes a long time for the shots to actually reach the enemy. Here's an example clip from, I believe, my first Marathon video, and I'm using the V22 Volt thrower to engage my enemy. You can sort of hear the hit markers way after I stop shooting, and that's because the little Volt bullets travel for a while. This is not the case for the Lookout. The shots travel really fast, which makes it such a great precision tool. I've had a lot of fun engagements with this team. We played the better half of a Saturday together, so shout out to Bloodhound and Armani Bazi. Bloodhound, who was playing Triage, was also on a Lookout rifle, which made us a really dangerous combo to engage.
Seeker out.
Here I find out that the map border is not kidding around, by the way. You immediately get put into a body bag. Luckily I get picked up quickly and we can continue the engagement. Here's another example of why it's important that most of your team is in position and you're ready to open fire at the same time. I've heard other teams call this to 3-2-1, because you basically open fire on one and the enemy has less of a chance to respond to the initial engagement.
Threat marked. Find them. Marking targets. Marking runner.
If you can afford it and if you have the traders unlocked, I would recommend to put a sight on the Lookout. It's not the most expensive gun, but the large chunks on the side of the default side actually get in the way sometimes, like when I'm engaging this assassin and I sort of lose track of them. I expect them to keep moving into the same direction and then they're sort of obscured by the default side. So there, I wish I had a sight on the gun. I had grown to like the V66 so much that this was actually the only gun I brought into this raid. My teammate called out that they had downed a runner and asked me to push, which also doesn't appear to be a problem with this gun, even though this was fairly close.
Drone active.
When I was playing with Nazgul the other night, I explained to her that the V66 is sort of like the Renegade in Arc Raiders, and I think that's a pretty fair comparison. You have a relatively high rate of fire paired with moderate damage. It's great for holding angles and initiating engagements.
I've got you. Going in.
Almost ready.
Over here.
In this raid, my team and I are taking over the algae ponds, and there were actually 2 teams fighting there already, and then 1 team ran up behind us. We somehow came out on top, but it did take a bit of maneuvering and attacking from the low ground, so there was a bit of luck involved that we survived in the end. I hope you enjoyed this video. Big shout out to all my crew-filled teammates, because they've been doing fantastic. Let me know in the comments what you think of the V66. Should it be easier to access via the traders, or do you think it's in a good spot when it comes to the loot pools?
Recall window will remain stable for 20 minutes.
Something I nearly forgot to talk about was how good this gun performs in PvE. Here I was just on a quest and shot some anomalous drone which calls in a truckload of UASC. The regular UASC basically just explode if you shoot at them, and commanders and wardens are not really a problem either. You shoot through the shields really quickly and it's very easy to land the precision headshots. While we're just dealing with the little robots, we also get interrupted by some runners, and I actually switched to the Volt Thrower to lay down suppressive fire. I think I should have stayed on the lookout, but hindsight's always 20/20.
Shields depleted. I've got you. Doctor's orders.